What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one. And this one is Dexter New Blood, season finale, episode 10, promo trailer breakdown. In this video, I will go over the promo trailer. I will go over all the new pictures released, and I will look at interviews to try to figure out exactly what's going to happen in this finale episode. Get ready. It's about to go down. What up to my thugs, nerds, freaks, and geeks who are now rocking with the best of Don Tony Teflon? If you can, please subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. As always, 500 is the like goal. If this video reaches 500 likes, I will give a Dexter t-shirt or card game to a subscriber who leaves a comment on this video. Also, if I hit 60,000 subscribers, I will give away one Oculus Quest to a subscriber who leaves a comment on the finale video. We can get there. I believe in you. Let's make this happen. So, we have a lot to go over, and I'm going to try to get to everything I can in this video. But also remember, I do a live stream every week with LMR, the Lady and the Don podcast, where we go over all theories and we talk about 2 hours. So make sure you're subscribed and you get the notification when we do that, and you can put your theories in the comment section. We'll go through it. All right, let's make this happen. The title of this episode is Sins of the Father, and it goes like this. Dexter and Harrison try to live a normal life in the place that they have discovered is not as normal as they thought it was. Will the two of them be able to live happily ever after, despite all the threats coming their way? The title of this episode is also a strong clue of what type of episode it's going to be and what type of drama they're going to get into during this episode. Sins of the Father, which means that it's most likely going to be something from Dexter's past that causes him and his son's downfall in the future. Now, the biggest sins that we're seeing reappear right now is the Bay Harbor Butcher and Angela investigating the Bay Harbor Butcher. Will that be the sins that cause his downfall ultimately, or will it be something else? I think that we had a hint in the last episode with Harrison's face when we seen him chopping up that body. 100% reminded me of Dexter's father when he walked in and seen him kill for the first time. In the beginning, Harrison seemed to go along with it and called him a hero, but at that time, after he seen the bloody, gruesome details of what goes into actually killing a person, it's a good possibility to me that he may flip. Now, before we get into the actual pictures of this episode, let's take a look at what the director said in an interview with the TV Insider. Now, Phillips told TV Insider that the finale would see the return of someone else from Dexter's past. While he didn't offer up any clues, he told the website that their arrival becomes a big story point. Now, he said someone else, so that automatically pushes Batista out the window. We're not dealing with Batista. Who else is this person? Who is going to arrive? And how is this going to be a major plot point for this episode? Now, Phillips ruled out Joey Quinn's past involvement in the show in an interview with Screen Rant, telling the outlet that Quinn would not come up at all in Dexter New Blood. Now, that leaves characters such as Vincent Masuka, who people keep bringing up. Will he be a person who comes back to haunt Dexter? Now, in order to understand this, we have to go back to the past. Now, despite Dexter Morgan's secrecy, there were characters who became aware that he was a serial killer or suspected him of murder. And these are the people we have to focus on. At the end of this series, there were only 4 of these people still alive. 7 of them were killed directly by Dexter. Now, a few people did know he was a serial killer. Number 1 was Harry Morgan. Next after that was Brian Moser. Next after that was James Dokes. After that was Lila West. And then we got Miguel Prada. Also after that, Lumen Pierce. After that, Jordan Chase, Deborah Morgan, Hannah McKay. Isaac Seacrest also knew. Also Maria LaGuardia also knew. Evelyn Vogue also knew. Zach Hamilton knew. Oliver Saxon knew. All these people knew that he was a serial killer. A lot of these people are dead, but not all of them. Now, certain people did know or suspected that he was a murderer. Number one in that list is Camilla Fig. She knew he was a murderer. Stan Liddy knew he was a murderer. And again, we have the name of Joey Quinn, who also knew Dexter was a murderer and actually seen him kill somebody. So out of all these people, because it's going to be one of these people, who is still alive that can cause Dexter harm? Now, although I read you a statement where the writer of the show said that Joey Quinn had no involvement, listen, doesn't mean that's true. He could be trying to throw people off and have people say something, because I think that there is a chance that Joey Quinn would be the guy to come back. But if it's not him, we have to look at Jonah Mitchell. He's still alive. He would have a grudge to bear. We did see Dexter confess to killing the Trinity killer to Harrison. Was him and Harrison working together all along? That leaves only two people I could see coming back and making an impact, and that is Hannah. We only know she's dead because Harrison said so. We have no other proof that she's dead. 100% proof, none. So do we believe Harrison? Is he telling the truth in this situation? And then we have Lumen. Lumen is still alive too. Will she make an appearance coming back? I think it has to be someone that the fans are going to recognize, right? It has to be somebody that, oh my God, this person's back. You know, it just can't be some side piece. I can guarantee you it's going to be one of these four people. So let's throw in Masuka too. So say 5, just to say that it's a possibility that he does show up at the end. But these are the 4 that know something's dirty going on with Dexter. You tell me in the comments section who you think it's going to be making this final appearance. We'll go on and I'll go into exactly who I think it's going to be before this video ends, but you tell me who you think it's going to be.
There's strong evidence that your fire was arson. Can you think of anyone you crossed recently?
No one comes to mind.
So we start off with Angela telling Dexter that this is definitely an arson. Do you think of anyone you have crossed? He's not going to admit to anything. That is obvious why he's doing that. He doesn't want to get bagged up. But she already knows. Like, she knows already. And she has suspicion that he killed Kurt's son at this particular time. Also, during this, it's possible that Dexter, the screw that Kurt did send him, is in that fire and is picked up in that fire. If it is picked up in that fire, then Angela does have direct evidence pointing Dexter in the disappearance of Kurt's son. There's really no way he could explain getting this screw. Like, how would you have this screw? Why would you have that? Unless you want to say, hey, Kurt just sent it to me. He thought I did it, but I didn't do it. That would be his excuse. Would it work? I don't know. But that's what I think that this fire most likely will reveal.
Hey, I am the Phoenix. I rise from the ashes.
Now we hear Dexter saying this phrase, rising from the ashes like a phoenix. Now he could be talking to Bishop or he could be talking to Harrison, but I'm sure it's one of those two. Now what it means to rise like a phoenix from the ashes means to emerge from a catastrophe stronger, smarter, and more powerful than before. And I would think that he would look at himself, this is a catastrophe that he has, his house being burnt down. But now that he has the trust, he believes the trust of his son, he is stronger, he is more powerful. And that's what I think he means in this statement.
No one will tell me what's happening.
The world needs us.
I trusted you. I need all the backup.
In this next clip, what I think we're looking at is Dexter trying to convince Harrison, hey, what we're doing is the right thing to do. The world needs us to rid all these evil people who keep escaping through the cracks. As I said before, when Harrison seen exactly what was going on with Dexter, when Harrison seen him chopping up the body of Kurt, he did give a different type of look on his face. It didn't seem like he was down with it. That's why he went upstairs. Even when Dexter was handing him the body parts, he didn't look like he was thrilled to be handed those body parts right then. The creator of this show also said, does Harrison have a dark passenger like Dexter? That will be solved. There will be no doubt about this when this season ends. Again, we're also supposed to have one more showing of the Trinity Killer. He should be in this episode. He should be in there one more time. I have told you before, previously, that I believe that Harrison does have a dark passenger. And I also believe that it's John Lithgow that's in his head talking to him. That's what I stated. That's what I believe is going to happen in this episode. Also, we see in this clip, Deb saying, "I trusted you." It's not what Deb's saying that's important to me. What it is where she's at. It looks like they're in some type of interrogation room in the police department. That's what it looks like. Dexter's gonna be brought in for something. It most likely is going to be the killing of Kurt's son. I think that it's going to deal with the screw, and that's gonna be enough evidence to bring him in there and question him about it. After that, we see Bishop saying, "Give me all the cops I need." That's because what I think is going to happen during that questioning, most likely Dexter's going to say something about Kurt, about the bunker. She goes out there. We've seen the footage of her going out there. She finds all these bodies, and that's when she's like, "Give me all the backup you can. I need everybody. I need everyone." Because right up until this point, she's not going to know that Kurt's dead at all. She's going to think he's still out there and he's still a threat. So she needs all the backup. I think that is clear. That's what that scene is.
You'll see what real evil looks like.
We hear Dexter say, "You'll see what real evil looks like." I think that has to be him talking to Angela or saying, "Go up to Kurt's bunker and that's what you're gonna see. You wanna see evil? Go up there and you'll see what real evil looks like." And I think that's what sends her up there. Most likely that's what it is. Then we see this clip of Dexter running in the woods. Now, is he running away or is he running towards someone? Is he running to get to someone or is he running to get away from somebody? Now, we did see Harrison was very good at shooting that rifle. We have seen Dexter already get into it with someone with a rifle, right? Could it be Harrison putting the gun on him, taking him down, trying to shoot him, or is he trying to get someone? It doesn't look like he's dressed appropriately for the weather out there, so he doesn't have a jacket or anything. And even when they were showing the clips of him and Harrison, teaching Harrison to shoot us, watching Harrison shoot, he seemed to be cold out there, right? It kept showing him rubbing his hands and everything else, so it doesn't seem like he's dressed for this weather at this particular time. Then we see Dexter, which looks like a mugshot being taken. So if Dexter is going to be arrested and he gets bagged up, if that's the ending for him, I would have to lead that Joey Quinn is the person who's going to be the person that comes back and makes a response, because it would be Joey Quinn to come and book him and take him out of that custody to bring him back to Miami to go on trial down there. That would be the reason for Joey coming back. But when they show it to you in the promo trailer, it makes me think that's not how it's going to end for Dexter. It most likely is going to end in his death. Why would they give that away in the promo trailer, that he's going to be arrested for all these things? Now, we've seen he has a fear of being arrested. He talked about that last episode. Whose side are you on, Dad? That's what he said to him when he talked about going to jail, right? So he does have a fear of it. That's one thing he doesn't want to happen, but I just don't see that going down like that with him. I don't see him doing that. When I put it all together, when I look at the title New Blood, when I look at the past and everything else, I have to see Harrison taking Dexter out. I can't see him surviving. It's hard for me to say. I know people, it says, will they live happily ever after? The fact that they put that out there means there's no way that they're going to live happily ever after. I think that he has to be taken out. I think that's the only way it makes sense to end this. And if they're going to do a new series, it's going to be as Harrison as the killer and Dexter as his inner voice talking to him. I think that's what it is, people. I don't see it going down any other way. Harrison to get revenge for his mother, who was killed because Dexter 100% went after Trinity, and if he didn't go after Trinity, she would still be alive. It could have been the chick she was with that told him all about it. He didn't believe him. She said, go find them for yourself and get it out of him, and they got it out of him. How Dexter could go to jail. If we want to talk about him going to jail, how he would be convicted of these things, well, we've seen in the first episode, right? that he was caught on camera, and he didn't realize there were cameras there, and he was caught on camera. Now, in the bunker, we know there was cameras there. Did he say something, and he did, to Harrison in there, and could have been tape recorded at that time? 100%. He could have. No doubt about it. We also don't know what Molly has on her recorder or which pictures she has on her camera. She could have something damning Dexter and putting him in the bag. So there are ways that he could go to jail, and Harrison could flip and just tell on him and get him bagged up that way. There's a lot of ways he can go down, you know what I mean? But to me, when I really look at it and how it should end and how I think they're going to end it, it seems to me that most likely it's going to be him being killed off by Harrison. But you tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think that he's going to die? Do you think he's going to survive? Will he get locked up? I know in the initial plans to get him out of here when the show was going to end, they were going to have him get caught and then he was going to die by lethal injection. That's what they wanted to happen. So he does get caught and he does die. That could happen too. But the writer said this will be an internet breaking moment. What is that internet breaking moment? Dexter going to jail, to me, is not that. Dexter getting killed, to me, is not that. Being set up by Hannah or one of the other girls, or Lumen, and his son killing him in the end, that I think is more likely something that could happen. Dexter ending up on the table like most of his victims were, that I think would be a more internet breaking moment. That's why when they talk about the next season, the guy always says, let's see how it ends. That's what the Showtime director says, and see where the characters are at before we start talking about a new season, right? And the writer said he's down with doing a new season. He's down. He will never say no to it, but we'll see what the future holds. I think the only way you get a new season is Harrison as the new killer. And that would be the only way I could see it. Again, you tell me in the comment section what you think. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up to spread this across the realm. And as always, subscribe. Let's get to 60,000 so that you can win the Oculus Quest 2. I wish to give it away. Help me out, people. We can do this. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.